Hello, dear students. Very good morning to all of you. I am here, Lalit Kumar P. Bhaiya, Associate Professor, Electronics and Telecommunication Department, Bharati College of Engineering and Technology, Durg. Dear students, till last video we have studied transistors, the basics of the transistors, types of the transistors, region of operation of the transistor, etc. Now we will go for the part 3 of the transistors. What are the basic configurations of the transistor? Let us see one by one. This is common collector configuration. Similarly, we have common base configuration, common emitter configuration. We will see first this common collector configuration, CC configuration, where the collector is common between input and output. This is also called as the emitter follower. Base is the input and output is taken from the emitter. In the common collector circuit, the input signal is applied to the base. The output is taken from the emitter. And the collector is the element common to both input and output. That is common between base and emitter. The common collector is also referred to as an emitter follower because the output developed on the emitter follows the input signal applied to the base. This is called as common collector. It is also known as emitter follower because output is taken from the emitter which follows the input. You can see this circuit diagram for the common collector circuit. Here this is the input base and this is the emitter. NPN transistor here used and here PNP transistor. So output is taken from this emitter and this collector is grounded, common between this base and this emitter. So this is called as common collector configuration, or it is also known as emitter follower. Similarly, this is for PNP transistor. This is P-type emitter, N-type base and P-type collector. This collector again here is grounded between this input and output. It is common. So this is called as common collector configuration. These are the diagrams of the common collector configuration. The common collector current gain, gamma, is defined as gamma is equal to delta E upon delta IE upon delta IB. That is change in output current upon change in input current. This is called as current gain. Alpha is the current gain in case of the common base. Beta is the current gain in case of the common emitter. And gamma is the current gain in case of this common collector. That is output current upon input current. Delta IE is the output current upon delta IB is the input current. So this is the current gain in case of the common collector configuration. And in common collector, the current gain is the highest as compared to the common base and common emitter and is related to collector to base current gain beta of the common emitter. In common emitter, beta is the current gain. That is equal to delta IC upon delta IB, or simply you can write IC upon IB. This is IE upon IB, and alpha is equal to IC upon IE upon IB. Alpha is equal to beta is equal to IC upon IB. And this is common emitter current gain is beta, and this gamma is given by 1 plus beta, is the highest current gain in all three configurations. Now this is common emitter configuration. In common emitter configuration, that is CE configuration, is the arrangement most frequently used in practical amplifier circuits, since it provides good voltage, current and power gain. Since the input signal is applied to the base emitter circuit and the output is taken from the collector emitter circuit, the emitter is the element common to both input and output. In case of the common emitter, emitter is common between base and collector, and the current gain of the common emitter is given by beta. That is, output is taken from the collector and input is given to the base. So IC upon IB is the current gain for the common emitter configuration. You can see this is the common emitter configuration. Emitter is common to input and output. Base emitter junction is forward bias and collector emitter junction is reverse bias. Biasing remains same irrespective of NPN or PNP. You can see this diagram. Closely I am showing you. This is NPN transistor and this is base to emitter. This emitter is common. This is the collector and this is the base. And similarly this is PNP transistor. So this junction is forward bias and this junction is reverse bias. This is base current, emitter current and collector current. Here in PNP also base current, emitter current, collector current. So this is called as common emitter configuration. And this is the characteristics of the common emitter configuration. Base emitter PN junction forward bias. Base current is in microampere, while VCE does not have major influence on IB. This is the VBE, base to emitter voltage, and this is IB. This is called as input characteristics, and this depends upon the type of semiconductor used for preparing transistor. Either it is silicon or germanium. So you can get these characteristics. This knee voltage is about 0.7 volt for silicon type, and it may be for 0.3 volt for germanium type. And this is fixed voltage VCE 1 volt characteristics. This is VCE 10 volt characteristics, and this is VCE 20 volt characteristics. Keep VCE is equal to 1 volt, that is collector to emitter voltage should be 1 volt, and vary this input voltage VBE 0.1, 0.2, 0.25, 0.3, 0.4 like this, and measure this current. It is base current in terms of microampere. So you will get these characteristics. This is called as input characteristics of common emitter amplifier, from which you can determine the input resistance of the transistor. And this is the characteristics taken from the data sheet of CADE. This is common emitter output characteristics. Again, base to emitter junction is forward bias and base collector is reverse bias. Base current is in microampere and collector current is in milliampere. This is the collector current in milliampere, and this is collector to emitter voltage VCE, output voltage, and this is output current, while this base current is fixed. These are the various characteristics of different base current. So by keeping this base current constant, this is 10 microampere, 20 microampere, 20 microampere and so on. So these are called as the output characteristics, from which you can determine the output resistance and current gain of the common emitter amplifier also. And below this IB is equal to 0, if we take this line, last characteristics, here IB is equal to, it is taken as 0. Below this IB is equal to 0, you will get the cutoff region. So this is cutoff region. Here you will get the saturation region to this side. This side you will get the saturation region, and this is called as the active region, where the transistor can be used as an amplifier. So this is cutoff region, this is saturation region, and this is active region. So you can show all the three regions in output characteristics of common emitter amplifier, and you can determine the output resistance of the common emitter amplifier also. The common emitter is the most popular of the three transistor configurations because it has the best combination of current and voltage gain. Here you will get the proper current gain, that is beta IC upon IB, as well as you will get the proper voltage gain. In case of the common collector, the voltage gain is 1 while current gain is 1 plus beta. But in case of common base, IC upon IE, emitter is the input and collector is the output and base is the ground, that is common. So you will get the IC upon IE is the alpha. And this current gain of the alpha is always less than 1, 0.99, 0.95, like this. While voltage gain is the moderate. But in both cases, this common emitter is the most popular because it has the best current gain as well as the voltage gain as required in the configurations in the circuits. The current gain in the common emitter circuit is called as beta. Beta is the relationship of collector current, that is output current, to the base current, input current. To calculate beta, we use beta is equal to delta IC upon delta IB. That is change in collector current upon change in base current is the beta. In terms of low frequency H parameter model, this beta is given by HFE, alpha is given by HFB, and gamma is given by HFC. And there are the relations between internal relations between alpha, beta, gamma. The resistance gain of the common emitter can be found in a method similar to one used for finding the beta. This is the resistance gain R is equal to output resistance upon input resistance. Similar to the gain, this is called the resistance gain. And here it shows the transistor configuration comparison chart. Before that, I would also like to tell you, similar to the common emitter and common collector configuration, we can also have the common base configuration, where base is common between emitter and collector. And the current gain in common base configuration is IC upon IE. And this current gain is alpha. So alpha is the current gain in case of the common base, beta is the current gain in case of the common emitter, and gamma is the current gain in case of the common collector. The highest current gain is in case of common collector, that is beta is gamma is equal to 1 plus beta. And in common emitter, beta is equal to IC by IB. And in case of common emitter, alpha is equal to IC upon IE. Input-output phase relationship, in case of common base it is 0. In case of common emitter, 180 degree, that is output is out of phase as compared to the input, 180 degree. And in case of common collector, it is 0 degree. Voltage gain is high in case of common base In common emitter it is medium, and in common collector it is very low, it is nearly equal to unity. Current gain in case of common base it is low, in case of common emitter it is medium, and in case of common collector it is highest. Power gain in case of common base is low, in case of common emitter is high, in case of common collector it is medium. Input resistance is low in case of common base, it is medium in case of common emitter, and high in case of common collector. Output resistance is high in case of common base, medium in case of common emitter, and low in case of common collector. So if we look at the characteristics comparison, the common emitter is the best suitable configuration for the amplifier, while for isolation purpose, where we require the highest input impedance, then we can use the common collector, because output of the common collector follows the input. So there will be no problem of the voltage gain. It will be work like a voltage follower, emitter follower. But the input impedance is very high. That's why we can use as a buffer or isolation. And common base configuration can be used where we require the low current gain, lowest current gain, alpha. So here is the current gain is alpha, that is IC upon IE. Here is the current gain beta, that is IC upon IB. Here is the current gain is gamma, that is IE upon IB. So these are the transistor configuration comparison chart. Here we can see the typical transistor junction voltages. I will take now close to the diagram. Typical transistor junction voltages. This is collector, this is base, this is emitter. This is forward bias junction, base and emitter. And this base and collector is the reverse bias junction, this one, by using this battery. Reverse bias. P is connected to negative. That means this will be reverse bias. And here this N is connected to negative. That means this will be forward bias. So this junction is forward bias and this junction is reverse bias. This is PNP transistor. And you can see this diagrammatically, symbolically you can represent like this. This is NPN transistor shown here. NPN. So you can show PNP here. This arrow is, it is here wrong. Arrow should be inside. This is PNP transistor. Arrow should be inside. A properly biased PN transistor. PNP junction interaction. The interaction between the forward and reverse bias junctions in a PNP transistor is very similar to that in an NPN transistor, except that in the PNP transistor, the majority current carrier are holes. In PNP transistor shown in figure, the positive voltages on the emitter repels the holes forward the base, that we have already seen. The flow of the electrons and holes, majority and minority charge carrier in case of the PN junction and PNP and NPN type transistor. And this is the diagram where it shows the current flow. This is the base current and this is the emitter and this is the collector current. And this is the recombination shown here. Emitter, base and collector. This is the direction of the current. This is base current. This is emitter current. This is collector current. Electron flow is shown in the dark line, while holes flow are shown by the dashed lines. This is the flow of the electron and holes shown here. Once in the base, the holes combine with the base electrons. The base region is made very thin to prevent the recombination of holes with electrons. Therefore, well over 90% of the holes that enters the base becomes attracted to the large negative collector voltage and pass right through the base. For each electron and hole that combine in the base region, another electron leaves the negative terminal of the base battery and enters the base as base current, IB. At the same time, an electron leaves the negative terminal of the battery. Another electron leaves the emitter as emitter current, IE, creating a new hole, and enters the positive terminal of VBB. This theory already we have studied. This is the battery connection that also we have studied. You can go through it. And the combination of the current of both these loops, that is IE is equal to IB plus IC. That is a total emitter current. The most important thing to remember about the two different types of transistor is that the emitter base voltage of PNP transistor has the same controlling effect on collector current as that of the NPN transistor. Thank you very much for listening this video. In next video, we will go more about the transistor as well as low frequency parameter, which is one of the most important part of your syllabus. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.